Beauty will grow from your remains.
Another challenger. Be renewed. Harder fight now. Another enemy. The void imbued. And speeding us up. Live on. Live on. The stink of battle fills the air.
Hey, what's up guys? I'll just quickly show you my start build for Ritual League. I'll try to explain it fast with my broken English, so bear with it. Yeah, let's start with the budget bow. That's Opus, best for custom crit on budget, high critical strike chance, some multiplier and extra arrows for extra procs. Very nice. Next is Asenath Chant. This helmet trigger socketed spell. Only one each time when you attack with bow. So we socket in Frostbomb, which has higher cooldown, so it doesn't proc too often. And Sniper's Mark. This is really important to have it in your helmet because you want it up all the time. Because this mark and the mod that splits towards 4 additional targets makes excellent clearing possibilities, especially with the focal point. If I can show you, it increases the effect of this mark by 75%, so it's 7 splits, not counting the GMP and stuff. Next is Freezing Pulse with power charge and critical support, just to generate some power charges for extra crit. Really nice. Also, Freezing Pulse is faster hitting than Creeping Frost and Ice Spear, so there is a higher chance you can get these power charges when you need it. For Quiver, just live crit multi, basis spike point for extra crit, and you need to get the craft for frenzy charges for extra damage and speed. As for gloves, life, resists, and maybe the increased damage with hits against chilled enemies, maybe frenzy charge, extra culling strikes, or how is it called? You know, something like this. But the baseline is just life resist if you are on budget. Belt, life resist, Stygian Vice, and the eye with onslaught, really good. Boots, try to get elusive boots for some extra defense and speed. These are pretty achievable with harvest crafting, just watch some YouTube videos. As for amulet, try to get Pandemonius. It's not really that budget, but it's really worth 5x it's now, or 4x, I don't know. But the blind is the most important thing. If you got low HP, I could probably live without it now, especially with my evil eye, but I don't have some area curse. But I'm sometimes cursing through the inspired learning buffs. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, so it could work too. As for rings, you want Vermilion rings, Baron Crusader base, and craft it with life and some life gain on hit for spells. This, because you hit with your Ice Spear 10 projectiles and with your Creeping Frost 9 projectiles, I think. Yeah, I can find. Yeah, 9 projectiles, and also the other stuff. Tornado shot, not its attack. So you heal pretty much instantly in every encounter with multiple enemies, and pretty well also on some bosses. Next would be, yeah, let's go over the 3 probably. You start Ranger for the Ascendancies, Chain from Walls, really good, lot of fun, extra projectiles, speed, zoom zoom, and yeah, effect of Sniper's Mark, less damage taken if you got it on one enemy and there are other enemies like Rituals, Legions and stuff. That's good for these two, and also the Maven encounters. Next is Wind Dancer, less damage. You usually kill everything before it gets to you, so this is really good. When actually something hits you, it mostly doesn't kill you. For an anoint, I use Mark of the Prey, really cheap, 10% more damage. You can also get Constitution or probably Heart of Ice for more damage. What do we want? You got lower amount of life from 3, so you really want to get some increased life on your gear, also belt later. And yeah, maybe that's why Constitution would be the best, and just go these 2 points. As for cluster jewels, just use Doriani's Lessons, maybe later Blanketed Snow for some pen. Mine are pretty basic. These are really cheap in this configuration. You can always roll them yourself. Just make sure they have 8 passive skills max, so you don't waste too many passive skill points. Then you want to get one Evil Eye Master of Fear. This one is a bit more expensive, but it's really worth 15% more damage. Yeah, and some projectile scaling. There's projectile speed, projectile damage, and projectile damage to close targets. Yes, just fill the places with these. Next is, yeah, I use Replica Conqueror's efficiency before I get the Iron Craft. I still haven't finished my rings, so I'm using this instead as the budget, so I can spam the Tornado Shot without Mana Flask. Next things, there are some random life crit multi-jewels, nothing special. Corrupted Blood, yeah, that's for higher levels, and I'm using 2 Inspired Learnings. This is what you want to get when you want to choose your T16 maps. For Exalts, I think it's a really good investment. Also, later you want to get Glorious Vanity Ahuana for Immortal Ambition for the Life Overleach and the Energy Shield Leech when you are on full life, which is pretty much always thanks to the life gain on hit. And also to get your Frost Shield boosted, just creating safe spot. If you can't really move, it can happen in endgame content. Yeah, the last things probably flasks, anti-bleed, Dying Sun. Before you have Dying Sun, use Mana Flask or something, evasion, I don't know, whatever you want. Crit Flask, Anti-Curse, Asri's Promise against Chaos mobs, and Speed, Anti-Freeze, Duration, basic stuff. Probably didn't mention the chest because it's not really the super budget version. Before you get this chest with attack crit chance, you want to use, as for starter, you only need the bow, the helmet, and 6 link. That's all to and also, yeah, the sorry, I don't know where did I put them. Yeah, maybe in my cookbook. Yeah, 3 gun spectrum jewels. These give you 225 critical strike chance. Just slap them instead of the Inspired Learnings. As for budget, these are really cheap. I mean, 2Ks, right? And as for upgrade, later I'm planning to link this bow. Would be really good, and try to erase the lightning damage. And craft probably crit, more crit, or double damage, something like this. yeah, we will see how this. And for the prefixes, I will try to slam +1 to gems. If I succeed, probably not, but yeah, what can you do? Okay, that would be all, or not? Yeah, gem links, of course. Tornado shot or barrage. You can also use for almost every map content. You can just use tornado shot all the time. You can also kill the bosses in this setup pretty easily, especially in closed areas indoors where the projectiles are chaining. Increased crit strikes, creeping frost, and ice spear. Best single target combo also clears really good. For a better clear, you can do ice spear and freezing pulse in this setup, but why swap it all the time, right? Custom crate and GMP. For some really big bosses, you use barrage because, yeah, especially if they don't have walls around, because it's just more comfortable and better procs. Yeah, for movement, dash, second wind, arcane surge. For more damage when you dash, and some mana regen. Nice. Stone golem, not really. I just use it when I'm like in harvest and there are some degen grounds. I just pop the stone golem. This is not mandatory really. That's just my personal tweak. And cast when damage taken, increased duration, immortal call, frost shield, defensive setup. Yeah. 4 hours hate rate, heart of ice, ice golem, precision. Wall righteous fire for popping for damage. Yeah, some boost. Maybe wall grace. I was lazy to not incorporate this. I told you about the helmet, so it will be all. Thank you for watching and have fun with this build.